Hello and good evening, students, and welcome to today's daily quiz presented to you by BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. Let us take a look at our first question. Which of the following statements are correct about jute? India is the world's largest jute producer. Jute Packaging Materials Act makes it mandatory for all food grains to be packed in jute sacks. Jute requires high temperature, high precipitation, and humid conditions for its growth. India has imposed anti-dumping duties on import of certain jute products from Nepal and Bangladesh. We have taken this question because the government of India has approved the reservation norms for mandatory use of jute in packaging of grains like rice, wheat and sugar for the jute year 2022 to 23. So jute year is nothing but the duration between 1st July to 30th June of the next year. So according to these mandatory norms, there is to be full reservation for packaging of food grains in jute sacks and 20% reservation for packaging of sugar in jute bags. Now this step of the government, it will be a big boost to states like especially West Bengal, where there are many jute mills and many people, almost 40 lakh farm families, they are dependent upon the jute sector for their livelihoods. Apart from that, this decision will also help those states where jute farming is done, like Bihar, Odisha, Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So amongst these statements, this is correct. Yes, it is mandatory for all food grains to be packed in jute sacks according to the latest development. What about these three statements? This is also correct. India is the world's largest jute producer. We produce around 50% of the total jute of the world. This is also correct. Yes, jute requires high temperature, high precipitation and humid conditions for its growth. Apart from that, it also requires well-drained alluvial soil for its growth. So that is why mainly in the Ganga Brahmaputra Delta region, there is a lot of jute farming because all of these conditions are fulfilled over there. This is also correct. Yes, India has imposed certain anti-dumping duties on import of some jute products from Nepal and Bangladesh. In fact, in January 2023, India has extended such duties for the next 5 years in order to protect our domestic jute mills and domestic farmers against such practices by the neighboring countries. So, our correct answer over here is D. The next question is, how many of the statements are correct about Tejas? It is a light combat vehicle. It is developed in collaboration with France. It has the capacity to carry beyond visual aid missiles. Now this question has been taken because according to a senior official from Aeronautical Development Agency, which is a part of DRDO, the Tejas, which is a light combat aircraft, it can carry up to 8 beyond visual range missiles, and apart from that, it can also integrate all native weapons as well as a variety of advanced weapons that we can procure from other countries. Now Tejas, it was an indigenously built aircraft. It was built by HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. So over here, yes, this is true. It is a light combat vehicle. This is not true. It was indigenously built and not in collaboration with France. This is correct. Yes, it has the capacity to carry beyond visual aid missiles, which are said to be the future of warfare. So over here, the correct answer is B. Now the third question. This is about Mohiniyattam dance. Consider the following statements. Mohiniyattam is a classical dance form developed in Karnataka. It is performed mostly by female dancers. It involves the luscious style of dancing. Temple jewelry is an important part of the dancer's attire. Now we have taken this question because a noted dancer of Mohiniyattam, that is Kanak Rele, who was also responsible for providing academic status to the dance. She passed away at the age of 85. Now, she was responsible for popularization of the dance and documentation of the entire academic structure of Mohiniyattam. In the year 1966, she created the Nalanda Dance Research Center and the Nalanda Nritya Kala Mahavidyalaya in the year 1972. Eventually, she got this center affiliated with University of Mumbai so that all the dancers who wanted to learn about this particular dance form, they could do that and they could receive a degree for that. You can see in this image that how the temple jewelry, it is a very important part of the attire. Now, mostly there are two types of dances, the Lasya style and the Tandav style. Now, Tandav is more masculine and violent form of dancing, while Lasya is more graceful and feminine form of dancing. The Mohini Attam dance, it used to be performed only by females and in the Lasya style. It was only recently that a very few male artists, they have also started performing this dance. So this is incorrect because Mohini Attam, yes, it is a type of classical dance of India. However, it was developed in the state of Kerala. This is correct. Yes, it is mostly by female dancers and a very few representation of the male dancers. This is correct. It involves Lasya style of dancing. And this is also correct. Temple jewelry is an important part of the dancer's attire. So, the correct answer is C. Now, the next question. Identify the correct statements. The Election Commission is responsible for allocating party symbols in India. A symbol given to a state party can be allocated to another party in a different state. Now, recently, in the state of Maharashtra, there has been a tussle between two groups in order to get a particular party's symbol. Now, the Election Commission of India, it has the power to decide as to which party will get which particular symbol. Now, when it comes to the national parties, their symbols, they cannot be given to any other party all across the country. However, when it comes to the state parties, for the state parties, their symbol cannot be given to any other party in that particular state. For example, a party is recognized in the state of Madhya Pradesh, so it is a state party of Madhya Pradesh. The symbol that is given to that party, it cannot be given to any other party in the particular state. However, it can be given to another party in any other state like Rajasthan. So, if that party is not a state party in Rajasthan, its symbol can be given to any other party. So, out of these, yes, this is correct. Election Commission is responsible for allocating party symbols in the country. This is also correct. The state party symbol can be allocated to other party in a different state. So, our correct answer is C. Now, we come to a PYQ. Consider the following: bacteria, fungi, virus. Which of the above can be cultured in artificial synthetic medium? Now, why do we require any such culturation? It is because in order to study microorganisms, it is essential to grow them so that we have enough quantity of them so that they can be studied upon. Now, almost all the fungi, they can be grown in the artificial media. When it comes to bacteria, some of the bacteria can be grown while the other cannot. However, when it comes to virus, the virus, they are non-living when they are not attached to a host. So they require a live host, a living host in order to grow and multiply. So that is why it is not possible to grow viruses in artificial or synthetic medium. So the correct answer over here is 1 and 2 only. Now we come to the fact of the day, which is related to the ICAO, that is the International Civil Aviation Organization. Now recently the Union Cabinet of India, it has approved the ratification of 3 protocols under the International Civil Aviation Chicago Convention. Now what is Chicago Convention? What is its relation to International Civil Aviation is that the Chicago Convention. It was signed in the year 1944 and it led to the development of ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization, which is an organization which is funded and directed by 193 national governments. So it includes representation from the national governments, and apart from that also from the aviation industry and the civil society groups who are working in this sector, and apart from that also other concerned regional and international organizations when it comes to civil aviation. Its core function is to maintain an administrative and expert bureaucracy which supports the diplomatic interactions between the various nations when it comes to air cooperation. It also helps in researching for development of new policies, new standards for civil aviation all across the world. It is also serving as a critical coordination platform in civil aviation through its 7 regional offices all across the world. So basically, it has various diplomatic functions, it has coordinating functions, and apart from that, it also conducts research and IEC activities. It conducts educational outreach, develops coalitions, conducts auditing, training, and capacity building activities all across the world as per the needs and priorities of the governments. So, ICAO, one more important thing to note about it is that it is one of the agencies of the United Nations. Now, what are the protocols that India has ratified? One is the protocol to insert Article 3 BIS in the Chicago Convention, which refrains member states from resorting to use of weapons against civil aircraft in flight. Then, protocol to amend Article 50A for raising the strength of ICAO Council from 36 to 40. Then is protocol to amend Article 56 for raising the strength of Air Navigation Commission from 18 to 21. Now, can you state in the comments what was the year in which India became a part of ICAO? So, with that, we come to an end to the daily quiz. I hope you were able to understand all the things that we discussed over here. So, thank you very much, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such updates.